Very good evening and a warm welcome for the webinar on coding. I'm just launching one pre-poll question. If you could all just answer that, so that will help me to understand. So I've just launched a poll. So quickly, if you all could answer. Could you please, yeah. 100% saying that they want to integrate coding in my subjects. That's amazing. Okay, I want to use coding to create engaging classes. Brilliant. Very nice. Amazing response, I must say that. I want to teach coding in my school. Very nice, very nice. So it's great. 40, okay, so 38% is saying I want to integrate coding in my subject, 38% is saying I want to teach coding in my school. So I think that's really an amazing response. The others who are joining in, if quickly you all could answer this question so that we can start with today's webinar. So most of you you want to teach coding in your school and you want to integrate coding with your subjects. Amazing. Okay, so a very good evening to the ones who've just joined. Yeah, still, if you could answer the question, there's a poll on, so that will give me a better understanding as to what is the reason that you want to learn coding and what's your goal. Brilliant. All right. Thank you so very much for such an amazing response. I'm keeping my chat window open. Any questions you can ask. All right. I'm going to be your trainer for today. My name is Manju Borkar. I'm from the field of education for the past 16 years. And today I'll be the trainer for webinar on coding. All right. So please allow me to share my screen. Lots to learn today, teachers. My chat window is open. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you. Good evening, Anuradha. Good evening, Potluri. Good evening, Suruchi. I love the way you have greeted everyone. A blissful evening. Amazing. Okay, so let's begin our webinar on coding. So let's understand about UP Educators. A very good evening, Krishnakant. So that's our ethos. We strongly believe. So we are Google for Education partner. Good evening, Ria. So a bit about UP Educator. All our courses teachers are instructor-led. There are multiple courses. I'll take you through our website. So it's all instructor-led training course. And basically we train the educators. And we strongly believe that the educators must be very confident in using technological tools in their classrooms. Very good evening, Libin. We have trained more than 10,000 teachers, educators till now. These are some of their picks. We have trained educators from 3,000 plus schools and colleges. Schools like Vibgyor, JBCN, Euroschool, GY Patil, Jamnabai, and many more, Ryan, Balbarti. All right, so these are some of the schools. We have also trained teachers around 25 countries. Educators become Google plus Microsoft editors. You can hear some of the picks. After you complete this webinar, you will be receiving a certificate of participation. All right, this is how your certificate will appear. The link will be shared in the chat. The moment you will fill in the details, immediately on your email, you will receive certificate of participation that you've participated in this webinar. Why you want to learn coding? That was my first question in the poll, right? And most of you said that you want to integrate it in your subjects, and most of you said that you want to teach in school. Absolutely. Let's see a decade back and now. What used to happen? I still recall the days where I had to find the route. I had to actually go with a piece of paper asking, where's the destination? But that's not the case now, right? Now everything is on your mobile phone. You don't have to worry. Everything, wherever your delivery guy has reached, we know it. Where is the school bus reached, we know it, right? So things have changed when you have to see decade back and decade now. I still recall the days, teachers, where I had to actually get a cassette, insert the cassette. Once that site is over, change the site. And now everything is at our beck and call. One command to Alexa, and the best of your favorite song will be played, right? The digital watches, and look at the watches that we have now. So things have changed. We are in a digitalized world. In the last 10 to 15 years, most of the things around us has got digitalized. And what is the reason behind it? The reason behind it is coding, teachers. Because of coding, we were not aware. We've been using WhatsApp. The day starts with WhatsApp, ends with WhatsApp. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, there's so many social media apps. Very good evening, Seema. We are using. But we never knew what is the reason behind it, right? But we were enjoying using those apps. But this awareness that, yes, the reason behind all the apps that we are using is nothing but coding. Right, teachers? So what is exactly coding? Come on, this is a quick question. What do we do? What do we tell the computer to do? What is it? What does it make you think like? Quick, quick, quick. I'm waiting. Yes, Suruchi. Sarika has just written yes. So what is computer coding or a programming? Very good. This is for you. Very good. Just breathe, print. Brilliant. It's giving instructions to the computer. Perfect. Very good. I must say this. This is for all of you. So coding is telling a computer what to do by giving instructions. Very good evening, Varsha. Coding allows us to create things such as computer software and websites. Correct? So computer is very innocent. Computer doesn't know what to do. Until and unless you're going to provide some instructions, exactly that is what it's going to execute. And that is what you will understand when you're doing coding. I mean, it's so amazing. You know, if you just don't even put one height command, you will realize how the computer has so nicely, like an obedient, has accepted your instruction. It's following it to the T. Correct? So it follows the instructions. That's what we need to provide the computer. Steve Jobs, he says, everyone, yes, you'll be receiving the certificate, Manjeet. Everyone should learn to code because it teaches you how to think. It is very true, teachers. Kahan pe soch rahe hain hum? Where are we thinking? Tell me now. I'm sure you all must be aware of ChatGPT. You all must be aware about Bard, so many AI tools. What are we doing? Question paper, ChatGPT. MCQs, ChatGPT. I still recall I had to tell my teachers, come on, let's draft a circular. Mostly it used to go to the English teachers. Right? Now where? Everything on ChatGPT. Emails, draft ChatGPT. Where are we thinking? We've completely lost that. And so when you're going to do coding, you will understand how much of thinking goes into it. Right? So why is the importance of coding increasing day by day? Because we are all the time dealing with apps, with machines, with digital devices. Day starts with digital device. You will enter your office, you will be with the digital device. You will sit, come back home, you're on the digital device. Before sleeping, you'll be on digital device. So that's the reason the importance of coding is increasing day by day. Correct? The search volume, if you will see, teachers, in the past 3 years, you see the search volume of coding. From where? From 16,500, it's literally reached 15,000. That's what is the search volume. So why is the search volume of coding went up 30 times in just past 3 years? I think during pandemic, we all just picked up, coding. Otherwise, we were all like enjoying using all the social media apps, right? Because it provides a competitive edge. A parent feels, oh, I'm equipping my son if he knows coding, if he knows robotics. Absolutely, future-proof. Okay, technology-driven world. We are living in a technology-driven world, right? So it provides a competitive edge. That's one benefit. 21st century skills. Everywhere nowadays, we hear about 21st century skills. Problem solving, analytical thinking, We only talk about this. Why? Why do we only talk about the 21st century skills? In this slide, you must be seeing that it is written that in the unpredictable world. You must be wondering what unpredictable world, and it is not the subject. You know why, teachers? One of my friends' dad, he was working in a bank. Okay? 33 years he worked in a bank. And he retired as a head cashier. Why? One subject competency. Didn't want to explore anything more. He just moved into that same thing. And it took 33 years for his growth. And what growth? Head cashier? That is the reason we are in an unpredictable world. You're seeing in the past 3 years coding, robotics, correct? IoT. So much to explore. So much of new things are coming up. So we need to be at par, because once we are at par with the technology, it will help you to navigate. I'm from a chemistry background. If I would have felt that, oh, I'll do my PhD, then I'll get into an industry, I'll get into the energy sector. And somewhere at one point, I feel that I don't want to go to the energy sector, saturated field. But if I don't have any other competencies with me, credentials with me, how will I navigate? Correct? So because I have the competency to teach robotics, to teach coding, I could navigate. I didn't have to be confined to my subject. Correct? So now let's come to the 21st century skills. This we spoke about the unpredictable world. So what is about the 21st century skills? Problem solving? Why? Because during coding, monotonous. Okay. So during coding, what happens? You will be encountering a lot of challenges. That's why Steve Jobs says it helps you to think. I am going to troubleshoot those challenges that I'm going to face. I'll break them down into smaller steps and then find solution for each and every step and then come to the conclusion. Correct? So that's my critical thinking power, my analytical thinking, breaking it, analyzing it. So what is happening? So much of thinking, you troubleshoot the particular the problem, the challenge that you're facing, and you come to the conclusion. So it enhances that 21st century skills, problem solving, critical thinking, creativity and innovation. Lot of creativity. I will be sharing a couple of projects that my students have created. I'll be sharing that with you all. Amazing. Amazing. What creativity the teachers have. Students have creativity to another level. Your creativity, students' creativity, innovation to hona hi hona hai. Those young little boys nowadays create websites. They're creating apps. So much of creativity and innovation comes into picture when you're dealing with coding. Right, teachers? Designing games, that's a must for the students. Digital literacy. Kids gain deeper understanding of how technology works and they know how to navigate. But where are we? I can really, share my own example, which I do in all webinars. I had a Facebook account and I've never been a social media person. So I said, now what do? I wanted to market my school. So I got in touch with my staff and I downloaded Instagram and I'm like asking them, kaise post karna hai? So how multiple pics and all, how do I do it? So, and then they used to help me out. And then when I used to come home, I used to encounter challenges, obviously, because I've never been a social media person. And I used to ask my boys, what do I do now? Oh, mom, you don't even know this much. And I was like, big no, ye nahi chalega. I said, I need to be at par. I immediately joined digital marketing course with Up Educators. And trust me, teachers, I've created my own websites. I've created 2 websites of my own, so it is much needed. Otherwise, students will say, my teacher doesn't even know this much. So, we need to be at par. Otherwise, thank you, Vineet. Thank you, Suruchi. Otherwise, evolving digital landscape, rapidly growing. हमको वहीं पे रहना, we have to be at par. Okay, so digital literacy is a must, teachers. Now, why learning coding is becoming mainstream? Thank you so much, Anuradha. Why is it becoming a mainstream? 33 years ke baad, teachers, even the National Education Policy have realized old school of thought nahi chalega. Things have to change now. Kids are changing. The parents' perspective towards education is changing. So kaise chalega? Hai na? So they have introduced coding now. And in fact, they have introduced from grade 6 onwards. And in urban areas, it's from grade 1 upwards. But I can really share, teachers, that there are a lot of teachers who have, from my batch, they were sharing, like few were from Goa and few were from Kolkata. And they were sharing with me that in their school, they are starting from grade 1 coding. And one teacher said that they have even started, a coding club, the junior coding club, she was saying, for the preschoolers. That's amazing. See the kind coding. Pushpalata, no, I don't think so. We can do that because I'll show you how the coding works so you'll understand it. Okay. STEM education. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Okay? Like, for example, if you're teaching students a concept of heart. So when I'm teaching heart, I'm teaching them about science. Correct? I'll bring a stethoscope in the classroom. So I'm teaching them engineering. Then if I'm telling them to read the pulse or take, the readings, math comes into the picture. Correct? So this is how now the teaching has to be. Right? So that is an integration, the STEM education, robotics. Like I'll be sharing that too with you all, that we also have a robotic course along with coding. So we have 2 courses. I'll be sharing those details with you all. But what is it behind? What is behind STEM education? That's coding. Okay? Because we are teaching STEM robotics at Up Educators. So that's coding. So आपको दिख रहा है सबके पीछे coding. So एक बार coding आ गई. So you can always upgrade. So that's your STEM education, teachers. Now, why educators are learning coding? Right? Why do the educators feel the need of learning coding? Because 99% of the educators did not learn coding when they were in school. And now 100% of students are learning coding right from grade 6 onwards, right? And in fact, in a couple of schools that I shared, it's from grade 1 upwards. Henna? So we have to bridge this digital gap. I gave you my own story. I had cut a sorry figure in front of my boys. And mom, you don't even know this much. So I said, no, ye to mujhe sunna hi nahi hai. So I have to bridge that digital gap, right? And that's what the teachers are also doing because they don't want students saying my teacher doesn't even know this much, right? So enhance your teaching methods. Honestly speaking, teachers, post-pandemic, I was interacting with the learners. And when I was interacting with them, thank you, Mr. Vineet. When I was interacting with the learners, I realized they said a big no to PowerPoint presentation. Big no. They said during the entire pandemic, we have only learned through PPT. So what is the teacher going to do now? What is the teacher going to do? Tell me. A teacher, she makes a PPT so interesting, she'll put some YouTube links, she makes it colorful and so attractive for the learners. But now what? Children are bored, right? So if you know coding and if you know robotics, you can enhance your teaching methods. Your teaching can change, right? So the old school of thought will not work. We have to be at par with our learners, right? So your new teaching methods. Now, I'll be showing you this video. So I'll explain what is it. Nowadays, children want everything that's vibrant. If you will look at your classrooms, they are vibrant. If you look at the colors of the walls are vibrant, correct? Teaching aids also, when we ensure that we've got nice bright colors which attracts their attention. So everything has gone into those vibrant colors. Our school used to have one white color paint and that typical same bench. accept technology as challenge to teacher. Absolutely, Raju. So I still recall. So now why everything is becoming colorful? Everything is becoming colorful because it helps in the retention. It helps in the energies. Okay. So in one of your course, when you enroll, there are 2 courses of coding, which I'll share with you all. In one of the course, there is Minecraft. Okay. Minecraft is teaching in a form of a game. My kids are both working, but the moment they come back from work, they are on game. They are playing PS5. Okay. Sports period in your school. Child will never remain absent. Bimar hai to bhi school aayega wo. And parent will be telling you, look, my son is unwell, but because today there is a sports period, he didn't want to miss. So anything which is in the form of game, students love it. Okay. So let's see this video, teachers. Now see how it is. Can you hear the audio? Now see what are we doing? We view the library like this, and we're just taking a grade for concept of fractions. All right. So you have to create a world. See how beautifully you're creating the world. This has been created. And now students will start. Now, how are they playing this game? Just see that. Now they come here. Now there are 3 options which are there. You want to start the game, you want to see a video, or you want a lesson plan. If they want a video, they can see the video. So they have these options. So let's start the game, teachers. And see, the door at the back has opened. Isn't it amazing? Look at the color, so vibrant. Now, see, the door is going to open. Now the question. So now we'll give the correct answer and let's see what happens. If it's correct, you got it. I'm so sorry for that, teachers. I'm so sorry for that.
Now let's see how students put up a
okay. So you got it.
7 by 10 into 10 by 10 equals to. If the child answers it correctly, it will say
you got it. Okay, so it's a correct answer. Now see, he's going to answer it incorrect. Then what happens?
5 by 7 into 3 by 3.
How it can be done? Please explain. I'm 0 at my kid. The importance of Minecraft. Absolutely. Okay. So not yet. So the answer is incorrect. So this is the way they will be learning, teachers. Isn't it amazing? See how colorful it is. And it is not just math. It's all the subjects are there. It could be bio. It could be so many different subjects can be taught in the form of Minecraft. So this is going to be a 1-month course that you will be learning if you enroll with us. Real world application, very important, teachers, real world application. I can give you an example here. Our PE teacher, always busy playing Minecraft, really, Shilpi, I'm so glad. So real world application, okay? Here the PE teacher gave a project on coding, teachers, on a nutrition tracker. All right. And what he said, yeah, it's a wonderful game flow. So what he said is, he told the learners that you create one regime, how you're going to wean the junk food and how you're going to incorporate exercises in your daily routine. Okay? And they started doing that. They created their entire beautiful project. And you know how mamas are, na? Mamas feel, thoda sa junk dal dungi to khana kha lega. But na chapati sab aise hi aa jati hai. And when the mama was about to put little chips in the dabba, the kids said, big no, I have created a nutrition tracker. We are on a diet. You have to only give me healthy food in my tiffin. Right? So what happened here? It's a real world application. What did you do? Because you know coding, you connected it with a real world application. Correct? So that became its good eating habit, teachers. Imagine. So we are bringing about change in child's life. Experiential learning through projects, learning by doing. They have to experience it. Rote learning won't work now. All the projects which are hands-on, they will better comprehend it. Gone are those days, when we will say once upon a time, imagine the bird sitting on the tree. No. Those abstract teachings. Okay. please. Yeah, thank you. All things have to be experiential. Like they're creating their own apps, they're creating a chatbot, they're creating an AI application, they're working on robotics, they're making these coding programs. All these, they're experiencing it. So the more they experience through projects, the more they learn. So don't you feel, teachers, we can wean off the stationery, right? If I am giving them the coding concept by telling them to do a project on coding, it's so amazing. If it's, for example, if it's a Diwali party or a Christmas or an Eid or any festival that's there, the children, they make their own card, which I'll be showing it to you. Make your own greeting card and have the voice of the kids, like in a form of a choir. And send that personalized, it has got a personalized touch. And then you share it with everyone. You can share it with the entire school. You can share it online. So you're giving it a personalized touch. Correct? And there are lots you can do. Yes, Suruchi, you can do lots. You can do it in bio. You can teach a concept of heart. You can teach chemistry, periodic table. There's so much you can do in coding. Okay? So we know this as per NEP, cross-curricular integration is a must, teacher. You have to integrate the subjects now, correct? So to give the holistic understanding. So that's your cross-curricular integration. Brain optimization. Steve Jobs said, everybody should learn to code because it makes you think. The more we have to challenge our brain, where are we challenging our brains nowadays? We don't. Correct? Everything we want is so easy. अब तो chat GPT है तो सब कुछ वहीं से आ रहा है. So we need to improve our neural pathways, right? Because that's going to strengthen our ability and adapt to new information, teachers. So you see the advantages of coding. That's your brain optimization. How is it helping teachers? Teachers have an edge. They will have an edge in school, correct? EdTech companies are hiring a lot of teachers with a coding background, with robotics background. Tuition classes. You are giving tuitions to your learners. You can offer them coding, right? And what do you need for coding? You just need is one computer and you can teach online. You can teach offline. There are a lot of teachers who have passed out from our batches. They have started their own centers where they take tuitions as well as they're teaching coding. They put up one table. They have few kits of robotics and they teach robotics. So that same child, for example, Hetal is coming to me. Okay. So I am teaching Hetal a particular subject that she comes to me for. And then I offer her coding and then I offer her robotics. Obviously, she will enroll with me, right? So that's how teachers are, there's so much of opportunities that's coming their way nowadays. So this is what it is. Like EdTech companies like Byju's, Vedantu, they are all hiring teachers with a coding background. Then teachers, is learning coding a difficult task? Everybody must be thinking, Are baapre, coding, right? But that's not the case. We generally get overwhelmed, when we see so many languages on the platforms of coding, C++, ye, wo, par aisa nahi hai. It is just like, एक गाड़ी चलाने आ गई तो सारी गाड़ियां नहीं चलानी ना हमें. एक गाड़ी चलाने आ गई तो सारी गाड़ी चला सकते हैं. उसी तरह से once you know coding, it becomes easier for you to understand the other languages. Correct, teachers? So we at UP Educators, we strongly believe in the Pareto principles. We say that 20% of the input is going to bring 80% of the output, the result. So what we do at UP Educator is we go step by step. It's just like, first you're on your tricycle, then you gain confidence, you come on a... Yeah, I'll be coming to all that, Jaspreet. There's lots to do now. Okay, then you will come on a bicycle and then you come to the bike. So that's how is a gradual progression that takes place. So now, there are two types of courses. Now, first course that I'm talking about is, you will be learning Scratch and MIT App Inventor. You will be learning PictoBlocks, Minecraft and Python. Minecraft, the video which I just shared, which was very, very colorful, right? Now, I will just take you through Just give me a minute, teachers. I'll just share the computer sound. I'll just take you through some of the projects. Just give me a minute. I'll just stop this PPT for a while. A lot of interesting things that you can do. Thank you so much, Mr. Suresh, for finding it interesting. I'm so glad. And now when you look at the projects, probably you're going to find it more interesting, right? So let's see what all are we going to learn for this. Just give me a minute, teachers. Sorry for that. Yeah. So what we are going to learn is, I'll just show you a couple of, you all can see, right, the screen? Just give me a digital thumbs up, a quick thumbs up. Now see, there's a scratch.
Hello, Mr. Wizard. I have been cursed to become a frog. Can you please turn me back to
Don't
Prince?
worry, Mr. Frog. I will use my magical powers and turn you back to Prince.
Thank you, Mr. Wizard, for turning me back to Prince. Correct? Now you must be thinking, itna hi hai, itna nahi hai ye. You know, you must be thinking, acha, itni short story hai. So see, this is how we write the codes, teachers. So you saw that the wand coming to the wizard, then he's turning, moving to the frog, then the voice that's been added, the animation. Correct? I'll show you this. We start with this basically first. We teach is the solar system. So here you will see how the backdrops are changing. Okay, so here the sound is not introduced. This is the first class. So how the backdrop changes and how the conversation happens between the two characters. Okay, so the characters are basically called as sprites in Scratch. So the teacher says, come, let's look at the galaxy. So he basically wants to see the solar system. So the teacher is taking him through. First, she's showing him the galaxy. Then now she will take him to the spaceship. And then, you know how teachers are, you know, perfect. So then he still wants to see the solar system. So the teacher's taken him through the spaceship. And finally, she says is that now let's look. You can see the animation of the solar system. Right? Perfect. So this is one project. The card that I was talking about. This is how we create the card. This is all animation. The X, M, A, S, all animations. Happy, star, the snowman, the Santa Claus, the song from behind. So how different ways of adding songs. Okay, you can give your own voice. How can you upload it? There are a lot of ways you can do it. And the entire card is on animation. All right. So this is what I was saying. Now let's have a look at the chat board. Okay. Now.
Hello, I am Chatty
It's
the
asking-
chatbot.
Asking me for my
What's your
name. So I'm
name?
typing here Manju.
Okay,
Asking me
Manju,
how
how
am
are
I
you
doing?
doing?
So I'm saying fine. I'm glad to hear that.
I am glad to hear that. Manju,
I'm
do you
saying
want
yes,
to
I want to listen to
song?
the song. Right? So this is all what we do in Scratch, teachers. This is a fish story, which is very, very beautiful for preschoolers and for grade 1 and 2. It's very beautiful. Thank you, Afreen. Thank you, Darshana. Thank you so much.
Shiny was
This
a
is all
happy
animation.
little fish.
We are making them
She
move.
lived
The bubbles
in a
which you see.
family between
Correct?
two rocks
The
in
voice.
the deep sea.
Fish
Every
with-
day,
you
she
saw the
would
title
swim around
faded.
with her
All
family
that.
and play with her friends. One
See.
day, while she was on her
This we will
way
do a bit
home,
today.
she saw
So she's
a
asking now the sea star. Like,
moving
how do
on
you
the
move like
floor.
that?
She tried to move like
Now the speech
sea
will
star,
be on the top.
but she could not.
How do you move like that?
How do you move like that? She asked the sea star. I have
Tiny feet
many
under my
tiny feet
arms that
under
help me
my
move slowly.
arms that
Brilliant.
help me.
You see the Shiny the fish? This title we have created. That means the teachers. All right. And then how does it need to fade off? So that's an effect that's called as a ghost effect. It needs to fade. That's how then the fishes come and then they have a conversation. And there's multiple conversation that takes place here in this story, right? So this is how the teachers can create. I'll show you something that my teacher created. It's a very beautiful one.
Hello, Priya. How are you?
This is created by students.
I'm fine, Sonia. Always wanted to visit
Wanted to
Mumbai
visit
and
Mumbai,
explore it.
correct.
I will be your tour guide and we will visit the exotic and amazing sights
See
of Mumbai.
how they
Let's
learn
begin.
to change the backdrops. She's going to
Very
change the
excited.
backdrops. Yes. How sweetly is written by our educators. Okay, see how both of them, like, they've entered into the bus. See the effect that's been given. This has been created by our student teachers. It's so amazing. And now she's going to see.
This is Gateway of India. Can you tell
Right?
me more about it? Gate of India, Mumbai. Located on the waterfront in Kolaba, South Mumbai. This arch monument is Mumbai's prime landmark.
Can you see how?
Who built it?
So, Surbi, you were asking me, right, for some more examples. So this is how the teachers can create. I have stopped this, okay, because this will go on. So I have stopped this right now. So she is basically taking her for a Mumbai tour, and she is going to make her visit all the, like, Taj Mahal. Now, the next location would have been Taj Mahal. So this is created by the learners, by the teachers, okay? So now, if I have to teach like this, if I have to teach history like this, don't you feel children are going to enjoy it? And the voice, if I have to give the learner's voice, just imagine, it's going to be so good, right? I'll also show you one more that was created by our teachers. There are many, but just shortlisted the few ones. She's head.
Hello, everyone. Today's topic of our project is virtual visit to a
This is created
pediatrician.
by a learner, student.
The characters of this
Character in
conversation are Mother as
Mother
Dinah,
is a Dinah, as
daughter as
as
Hazel,
Hazel. See how great that,
and Doctor as Miss Christina.
right?
Let's start the conversation.
That conversation, she says,
Good morning, my lovely daughter.
Good morning, Mom.
Hazel, do you remember today we have an appointment with your pediatrician?
now, this is going to be quite lengthy. So this, you seeing the conversation? Now, if I have to teach a child, there's a community helpers, there's a lot of other interesting things that we teach children. So if you have to teach a concept of a pediatrician, and, you need to teach a concept about, what vaccination is, why is it important? So isn't it so amazing when you create it? And if you ask the learners to create this, not the preschoolers, of course, but the higher grades, if you ask them to create this, it's going to be so amazing, right? There's one more I can share. No, I'll show you the chain reaction. Okay, like some of the teachers who are there for physics. That's a chain reaction. You can see. Amazing, right? So this is how you can create so many things. This is there in the Scratch library. I just thank you so much. You're finding this class very informative. Then you will be also learning PictoBlocks, teachers. That is your artificial intelligence. So there's much more in Scratch. Because of the time constraint, we could just cover a bit. I'll also be taking you through how we do Scratch. So PictoBlocks is an artificial intelligence platform. Okay. Now I'll just take you through that too. Okay. Now, in this, teacher, see, this is the way we write the code. I'll be just taking you through that. Now, I haven't given any such code that she is Deepika and he's Ranveer. I haven't. I have just said, let me know how many celebrities are there in this image and provide me with the name. Okay, that's what general. Now, see how it's going to do. So it's analyzing the image, okay? And then it is going to tell me, okay, the credits are over. So it's giving me a warning. Ranveer Singh and Deepika Padukone. Perfect. Now see, analyzing image. If there would have been 3 celebrities, it would have identified 3. If there would have been 4, it would have identified 4. Saif Ali Khan, and it's saying it's Kareena Kapoor, right? So it's so amazing. That's what you all will be learning in PictoBlocks. That's artificial intelligence. All right. You'll be learning the entire programming, how to do it for recognizing the celebrities. You can do, and then it will come back. Okay. It has identified these celebrities and it comes back. Now, what it does, teachers, here, there are a lot of things. It also identifies your emotions. Emotions in a sense, if I'm sad, I'm happy. So your camera turns on. And then you make faces and it will keep telling you what your expressions are all about. Okay, so that's going to be your PictoBlocks. All right, teachers. Then, since I'm here, I'll just quickly take you through Scratch project, which we will just do a small conversation for you to understand. So what you have to do is create an account in Scratch, that is scratch.mit.edu 3.0. Just create your account. And this is how it appears. All right. Right now, we'll just focus on the right side of the screen, right side of my screen. All right. You see that there is one square box and you can see is a cat. Now tell me, teachers, when we are annual day, I have a character. Where does the character performs? Quick, we'll not waste time. Quick on the chat. Where does the character performs? Are we only using Scratch? I'll be coming to that. On stage, very good, Mr. Vineet. On stage, correct? So the cat that you see is a character. The character in Scratch is called a sprite. All right? And when you see that character, that's a stage. Now, if you go on the top of the stage, you will see that there are 3 modes. One, it will condense the stage. The middle one is the default one. And if I click on these 4 arrows, it takes me to the full screen. All right, teachers? So, yeah, thank you so much, Suruchi, for finding it interesting. And then what we see at the bottom, I'm still on the right side of my screen. The bottom that you see is you see that there is a partition. One is a vertical and the other one is slightly broad, right? So the one which is broad, just below the stage, is your sprite area. Okay? That's your sprite area. And the one which you see next to it, that is that narrow, vertical narrow, that's your backdrop area. All right? Whenever you have your annual day, or if you have your sports day, thank you, Archana, thank you, Afreen, that finding this session wonderful. You always have a backdrop, right? Backdrop ke bina kaise hoga kuch? So chalo, quickly now we will select, keeping the time in view. I click on this and I have a library of backdrops. Whatever I want to select. Okay, they have even been categorized as fantasy, music, sports, outdoor, indoor, space, underwater pattern. Let's take underwater. So I'm taking this one. Correct? Now I don't want this cat. Cat kya karegi pani ke yahan pe, hai na? So you can see there is a bin there in the sprite working area. I will go and just delete that sprite because I don't need it. But I need sprites. Backdrop to ho gaya. Sprites chahiye na mujhe, characters chahiye. That sprite working area to the extreme right of my screen, there is one cat icon with a plus sign. Ek billi bani hai na choti si. Hai na? So click on that. I get a library of sprites, teachers. Again, they've been categorized like all animals, people, fantasy. So what I want, I know what I want. I want some fish. So I can type in the search bar. So I'll take this fish. That's my one sprite. I take one more sprite. So I go here quickly and I go on this fish and I take a starfish. Ab ye fish wahan dekhegi kya? My outlook about coding has changed. Want to know more about it. Thanks for such a good and interesting session. Thank you so much, Menina. I really appreciate it. Will that starfish look on the other side? If I'm having a conversation with Seema Sharma, And Seema Sharma is going to look on the other side. No, right? The starfish needs to flip. It needs to flip. So there are two ways to flip. Correct? Yes, Rajiv. So there are two ways to flip. One is, always remember, teachers, the sprite that I'm going to work on, okay, that has to be highlighted. Has to be highlighted. So I see here, perfect. My starfish is highlighted. I come to my center area. That's my workspace. You can see on the top, there is a starfish. Perfect. That means I am on the right track. Come to the extreme left of the screen now. Extreme left. On the top, you will see there are 3 tabs. Code, costumes, sounds. Code, costumes, sound. Code, that's common. Go to the second tab, that is costumes. All right? That costumes belongs to the sprite that you have highlighted. The sound, that's a third tab, belongs to the sprite that you have highlighted. Perfect? So if I go here on the costumes, I can see that I have 2 costumes. This is by default given by Scratch. ये थोड़ा दुखी है, ये खुश है. ये थोड़ा दुखी है, ये खुश है. इस तरह से we give animations. This is how the animations are given. Perfect? I don't want that sad one. I want the happy one. Now, if you look here on the top, there is an option of flip. If I flip, I can turn the character. So I have flipped this character. Perfect. Now the sound which is there, whatever sound will be there, that will belong to this fish. Okay, that's by default. Now when I want to come back, अब आप बोल रहे हो कि यहाँ पर अब कैसे आए वापस, है ना? So we need to click on code. We need to click on code and come back. Perfect. We're just going a little quick so that you understand what I'm doing. You see on the code, those are those color palettes. वो हम लोग करते थे ना? I remember I used to have a palette with a lot of color. Then we used to mix water in the center, in the middle one, and then we used to mix the color. So these are called color palettes. And every palette has got set of blocks. Every palette. ठीक है? ये जो है ना, इसको हम blocks कहते हैं. I'll just increase my workspace. इनको हम blocks कहते हैं. And how do I do it? Drag it, drop it back if I don't want. Bring it here, take it back. That is how we are doing the code. Reason, somebody asked me a question, it gets a little difficult. You can't have it in any other language, right? So if I take a green flag, which is there in the event, this green flag is called as a hat block. Okay? It's called as a hat block. Like what do? When your annual day is going to begin, you tell the students, look, the moment I'm going to give you the green signal, ready. Right? So green signal on. Perfect. You'll say, I'm going to give you a green signal like that. So understand that we need to begin. So that's called as a hat block. Now, if I have to have a conversation between this fish and the starfish, that means say. I'm going to say something. Correct? So say. So I can say is like, when I say, how do I look? How do I look? So this is how we understand and we teach our teachers where the codes are placed. So say command is there in the looks palette. Perfect. So I get this, drag it and put it here. Okay. Suppose now it is saying that how do you move like that? How do you move like that? Perfect. All right. So that's the question she's asking. And you can have a question mark. Then you need to know is for how much time it's going to be there. Now, if I'm having a conversation with you all, obviously you're going to wait. If you talk along with me, then it's an overlap. Correct? So how do we write the code? Now, this is the question. This question. Okay. All right. This question should have been for this fish. So no problem. I'll quickly get to this. Yeah. Okay. I'll just increase the size so that you can see it. So what is this fish going to do? Okay. Again, the green flag kick. This fish is going to wait. So for how long was this fish talking? For 2 seconds. So this fish will wait for 2.5 seconds. We keep a 0.5 buffer. And then this fish is going to say, I have tiny little feet. Sorry for that. I have tiny little feet under my arms. Okay, that helps me to move like that. Now let's see, how is it going to be? How do you move like that? She's asking. I have tiny little feet under my arms. So this is how teachers, we write programs in Scratch. This was just a small gist. There's much more to do and a lot of things which you just saw, correct? So that's about Scratch, lots to do in that. I'll just take you through the UpEducator website. If you must have seen, we've got 4.9 ratings and we've got like 1,278 Google reviews. This is our website, which you all must visit. There are plenty of courses that you can see. We have got Google Certified Educators, Microsoft Certified Educators, STEM Robotics, Digital Marketing, Coding and AI. You must visit our website. There are lots and lots of courses that we offer. All right. Now we come back to the presentation so that I can share with you more things. I'm sure you all must be enjoying. Okay, we come back to our presentation. Teachers. Yeah. Okay. So you saw it's a block-based coding. As I said, colorful. Everything has now become colorful, or it's like a block. Drag, drop. So simple, teachers. वो डरना नहीं है अभी वो लंबे text वाले coding लिखने. I still recall. When I was doing COBOL, 4, 5 pages, एक semicolon miss. The whole program used to go for a toss. And तब तो इतना थक जाते थे ना कि आंखों को दिखता भी नहीं था कि that semicolon is being missed, right? So now that's not the case, teachers. It's all going to be like colorful block-based coding like this, which we just saw, right? Artificial intelligence, I just took you through the PictoBlocks, like what all things we can do in artificial intelligence. Emotion identifier. Like, for example, you can see he's making a face. So what happens is in the PictoBlocks, we write the code, all right? Your camera turns on. And when your camera turns on, you keep making faces. It will say surprise, happy, sad. If you don't want your expressions to be identified, you can upload an image. I'll just put you in mute, please. Thank you. You can upload an image with different facial expressions. It will identify that. It will tell you, all will come like in a window form. Sad, surprise. So that's your emotional identifier, which you will be learning in PictoBlocks. Speech recognition, just like Alexa. You know, we create a home automation project where we put fan lights, there is a radio, a lot of things. And then we just give a command. So your voice has been recognized that time. And I'll say, turn the fan on. And you will see that the image that you uploaded, the fan will turn on. Turn the fan off, it will turn it off. So it recognizes your speech. Okay, that comes into PictoBlocks. Perfect. This I have already covered. Coding, we have already done, teachers. Now what all you will be learning in your module. Now there are 2 modules. All right. I'm talking about the first module. In the first module, you have got Scratch. You have got MIT App Inventor. You have got PictoBlocks. All right. In Scratch, you will be learning about coding, block-based coding, virtual tour, storytelling app, like you saw the Frog and the Wizard. Then the basic gaming app, you will do a maze game, a chat board, you'll take a virtual tour, you know. So there are a lot of things which we'll be learning in Scratch, Christmas card, animation, lots more. In an MIT App Inventor, you will learn a mobile app development. You will create a magic app. You will create an information app. You will develop a Google Translator. You will develop a Paint editor and an Alexa app. PictoBlocks, I've already covered. You will be doing is recognition, face recognition, like it recognized those celebrities. Then identifying objects. It will, like for example, if on my table, there is a coffee cup, there is a computer. So it will identify there's a computer, there's a keyboard, there's a coffee cup. So it locates objects. Then emotion detector, which I just shared with you, and home automation I just shared with you. Turn the fan on, turn the fans off. Then you have an advanced module that's going to be 1 month each, which you can do it anytime during the 6 months duration. That's going to be your Python and your Microsoft Minecraft. Microsoft Minecraft, I've already showed you that lovely fraction video, which we saw, colorful. In Python, you will be learning about language syntax, identifiers, comments and variables, data types, operators, input print statements, decision-making, looping, branching, okay? Built-in functions, user-defined functions. Minecraft, you'll be learning how to create a world. You saw that world that was created, right? Then you will be learning the assessment and feedback tools. Classroom build challenges. Introduction to coding. Minecraft with artificial intelligence. This is your one module, okay? Now, this is going to be your 5 weeks hands-on training. You get an LMS access. That's your learning management system. You have that access which stays with you for a year, okay? For a year, it is going to stay with you. You will get all the recordings that's going to be uploaded on your LMS platform. So in case even if you have missed the session, you can always visit the LMS platform. And obviously, the ones who have attended can revisit and learn more about it. All right. So that's about your LMS platform. There are a lot of study material, a lot of warm-up assignments, and a lot of assignments that has been uploaded there, which you get an access as and when you complete. All right, teachers. Okay. We believe in a limited batch size. Our class timings are thrice a day in a week. And it is from 8:30 p.m. to, thank you so much that you have liked the session, 8:30 to 10 p.m. All right, kindly wait, okay, if you have to get your certificate, all interesting things coming up now. Okay, now this is a special fee. That's a webinar offer. That's your 8,900. Thank you so much, Varsha. 8,900 plus 18% GST. Now for the advanced training of Python and Minecraft, which is 5,000. Now, since you have attended this webinar, within 3 days, if you enroll, and you just have to pay is 8,900 plus 18% GST. All right. The contact person is Manjari. You can take down her number, 92260194009. Our course is starting from 18th October. The days are Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This is the link which I will be sharing with you. I hope I'm audible because it's just showing me connection low. This link I will be sharing with you right now in the chat. So once you will click on this link and fill the information, you will get the certificate of participation. All right. But before that, this is how, when you will complete your entire coding course, you will be getting a certificate like this from Up Educator, which is Google for Education partner. All right. I've already said this, that we have trained 6,000 plus teachers. We have got 4.9 rating on Google. STEM robotics. This is, again, a combination with coding. This is our second course. All right. So I'll just take you through that, teachers. In this, what will be you learning? The entire Scratch, which we covered right now, you will be doing all that, teachers. That is your virtual tour, or the same, identical, what is being offered in the course 1. Pictoblocks, identical, what has been offered in the course 1. All right. Then you will be learning, instead of instead of MIT App Inventor, you will be learning robotics. In robotics, you will be learning Arduino, basics of microcontroller, basic electronic components, understanding sensors. Then we are going, what we do is, we start with simulation online. Once you get an understanding of the online, the same projects, we do it offline. Same. Okay. Once you do those projects online, then we go to building a robots with the wheels and with the chassis and with the everything. So what all we cover in that is, teachers, we cover is edge avoidance robot, joystick control robot, light following robot, Bluetooth, voice, gesture control robots, and much, much more. In IoT, thank you so much. In language, how shall we incorporate? I'll just come to you, Pushpalata. IoT, introduction to IoT and its application, introduction to Node MCU, understanding Wi-Fi module, basic programming, connecting sensors and actuators, DHT level interfacing, building home automation project, gas detector using IoT. That's your IoT syllabus, teachers. I'll just show you this. The learners are creating in the class. This is an edge avoidance robot. The moment it's going to go to the edge, turn. It is turning. Right? So we will be learning this. I'll be sharing one. That's a light following robot. Now, if you see there is a shadow on the side, so it's not going to follow that. It will stop. It will only go where there is light because it's a light following robot. This is what and you don't need to be from a technical background to learn robotics. Most of the students in our so simple for them. I mean, they're really enjoying it. Okay. So I'll just give you a little brief about robotics. Again, it's a 2-month slide instructor-led training program. Okay. Online reading material, LMS, it's everything the same. You'll get the LMS access. The kit will be provided by us. Again, thank you, Suruchi, for so much of appreciation. I really appreciate. 3 days per week. Timings are going to be from 8:30 to 10 p.m. The timing stays the same. All right. So have you understood now, teachers, which are the 2 different courses combined with coding? Again, we have a special fee. The STEM robotic is 12,900. This entire course, that is going to be your Scratch, Pictoblocks, robotics, and IoT, plus 18% GST. So for attending this webinar, you have 3 days time. If you pay the 6,000, which is the kit fee, will be waived off. And that's going to be a part of your fee, which is just going to be 12,900 plus 18% GST. Okay. So the batch is starting from 18 October. So the benefit that you have in the course 1 is that you will not have to pay for Python and Minecraft. And in special fee for robotic is that you will not have to pay the kit fee. All right, teachers. That's about we have 4.9 rating. And you can visit our website on www.upeducators.com. Okay. So now if you have any questions, language integration, slightly difficult. I'll just put the link in the chat, teachers, so that you can get your certificates. Just give me a minute for that. I'll just provide you with the certificate, teachers. Here. The link is there in the chat, teachers. You can fill this and the certificate will be generated, the certificate of participation. I've just put it in the link. Thanks for enriching and interesting experience. Most welcome, all of you. Yeah, very informative. Thank you, Vandana. Language integration. Pushpalata, you were asking me about language integration and language. It's difficult to incorporate robotics and language, yes. But coding you can, Scratch you can. You can have a lot of projects that you can create. Like a lot of teachers are doing it, especially the grammar-based storytelling, the comprehension. All those things can be created in Scratch, all right? But not robotics, yes. All right? Any questions? Any questions, teachers? Any questions? Okay, so I'm sure you're all filling up the form right now, so I won't disturb you for 2 minutes. So quickly, if you've received the form, kindly acknowledge that in the group, so which will help others know that the form has been generated. So just finally, if you could do that. Yeah. Thank you, Pushpalata, for all the praises. Thank you, Bandana. Thank you, Darshana. Thank you, Vineet. Thank you, Suruchi. Thank you so much. If your certificate is generated, kindly acknowledge it in the chat so that the others. There was another poll too, which I will share it. Yeah, another poll I have just. Thanks, Afreen. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Mini. Has everybody filled? Have you filled the form? Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you, Ria. Did you all receive your certificate? Put it in the group. Much awaited for, there were a couple of them asking whether we'll be receiving certificate. Have you all received your certificates, teachers? You'll get it on your email. Just fill those details, which is there in the link. You just check your email, Manji. Just check email. Were you able to fill the form? You were able to fill the form? Yeah. I have filled the form. Okay, Manisha. Did you receive your certificate? Yeah. See, there's a form link which is pasted again. Do you want to know more about coding for educators? Good response. Okay, nice. All right. Great. Please fill the form. You will get the certificate. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Else, we will end the webinar. No, I didn't. You will be receiving it. You will receive it. I filled the form but not received the certificate. You will receive it, ma'am. You will get it. Just refresh your email. You will receive it. Okay. And even if you, thanks, ma'am, I received it. See, Pooja Patil received it. Hetal received it. Very nice. Great. All right. You all will receive it. Okay. So if you have any questions related to the coding class and the course, you can always get in touch with Manjari. She's a salesperson. Her number has been shared with you all. So kindly, you can give her a call and you can ask her about whatever you want, course 1, course 2 module. She will assist and help you with that. All right. Bandana has also received it. Share the number, ma'am. I will. I'll just share the number. I'll just share the number, teachers. I'm just sharing Manjari's number. I have shared her number. Okay. It is 922-601-9409. All right. So please give her a call. Suruchi, I've shared her number with you. And who else wanted? Somebody else also wanted. Name Bandana Manjari. Manjari is her name. Manjari. I'm just putting it in the chat. Manjari. You can call her. She's the sales team. I will also ask Manjari to get in touch with Suruchi. Yeah. All right. So thank you so very much for your precious time. Really, really appreciate. Thank you so much. I'm getting a lot of acknowledgement that they have received the certificate. So congratulations for that too. And looking forward. So once you enroll for the course, we'll meet again. Thank you and good night until then. Bye-bye.
Ma'am,
Yes,
Pushpalata, I have received certificate, ma'am.
Very nice, Pushpalata. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Enriching session, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Sorry, Pushpalata.
Enriching.
Sorry, Pushpalata. I missed.
Enriching session.
Received it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pushpalata. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I'm so glad that you received it. All right. Blissful night. Thank you, Suruchi. Same to you. I love the way you greet and I love the way you and beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I am
Bandana.
Vandana Thakur. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's a really wonderful session and it was informative. Thank
Thank
you so much, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
attending. Thanks a lot, Bandana. Thanks for attending. Really appreciate. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Sunita. Thank you so much. All right. So if you don't have any questions, then we'll end the webinar for today and we'll meet again. All right. Thank you so very much and bye-bye for now. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Nutan. Thank you, Sunita. Thank you all. Thanks a lot. Good night. Good night.